Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up, doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So on this Tuesday morning, awesome Tuesday morning, at least it is here in Arlington. It's beautiful outside. Listening to the David Goggins Jocko videos like I always do. And something that just grabbed my attention today was respecting yourself. All right, respecting yourself and not letting yourself go. And it just brings up just kind of a conversation I've had or some things that I shared with my 6 a.m. students yesterday, 10:30, and then the evening class as well. Good morning, Vincenza. And what he's talking about is actually a lot of things. And then Jocko's talking about a lot of things, but it's all the same. So it's all these little things that just kind of help you build yourself up versus the things that you're not doing or should be doing that kind of break you down and not feel good about yourself. So like with David Goggins, he had like a horrible upbringing with his dad. Dad wasn't the greatest dad, put him down a lot, dehumanized him a lot. And he's talking about, he used his dad as motivation to where, you know, he thought about his dad in certain situations to where, you know, it's kind of what his dad expected him to do, to quit. So he used that as a way to like have more self-respect for himself. The more that he didn't quit, the more he kept going, the more that he continued on the path and stayed on the path, the more respect he gained from himself. He also talks about, you know, not following other people. You know, sometimes we just follow other people just because we don't really have a path ourselves, so we just follow people that we probably shouldn't, and we should have enough respect for ourselves to do the right things and create our own path, doing the things that we want to do, not just do them because we want to hang out with a certain crowd or a certain group of people and do things because they're doing them. You know, he's just talking about, what's funny about this video is that he's talking about, you know, like another year is come and gone, which it's almost that time. We're at the end of the year, a couple weeks left. And, you know, some people are the same. You know, some people are worse off than they were last year. And then some people are a lot better. Okay. And it just depends on the attitude and the things that you're doing day in and day out to make yourself feel a certain way, you know, achieving goals and doing things. Because that was one of the things in the videos that I shared a couple days ago, or maybe it was last week. Well, one of the guys that was interviewing David Goggins was like, "What makes you happy?" And he's like, "Achievement, you know, every day achieving something, you know, working out, running, doing things every day to make you feel better about yourself, you know, because we all accomplish certain things. Like me, for instance, I've accomplished a lot of things in jiu-jitsu that I wanted to accomplish. But that's come and gone. Those medals are up on my wall. They look nice, certificates, whatever. I've done this, I've done that. But I can't live every day off of what I did like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It's like today's a different day. So, you know, as soon as I'm done with this video, take the dogs for a walk, then it's time to get up to the academy, hit some weights, train jiu-jitsu, lifting, running, training, eating good. I already had my shakes, put the good stuff in my coffee. Those things every day make me feel better about myself every single day. What I did last week or last year, 2 years ago, like I said, that felt great at the moment, but that accomplishment is already done with. It's already over with. So what am I doing today? What are you doing today to make sure that you are putting yourself on the right path to continue forward and just having enough respect for yourself to do those things and not let yourself go? And I bring that up because, like I said with this video, because yesterday, 6 a.m. class, there's some students of mine I haven't seen in a while. And like I told the class last night, not trying to put anyone down or shame anyone, but I haven't seen a couple guys in a while, and they look different. It is what it is. It's the truth. They look different. They don't look as healthy as they did before or as in shape as they did before. And they were struggling on the mat. It showed that they really weren't taking care of themselves while they were off the mat. And I tell that to my students all the time. Look, if you're going to skip class, you got other things going on, you're busy in life, you got other things just happening to where it's just pulling you away from the mat, cool, no problem. It happens. Life happens. Even though we have the schedule, so you should at least train 1 day a week to stay in the groove of things. But if you can't and your schedule is that hectic, you should at least make time for yourself, respect yourself enough to go get a walk in, go get a run in. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, go do the elliptical machine, something that's, going to keep you moving, that doesn't have that much impact, like, the concrete, like the cement. Like I run outside, so it's, it's a lot of, wear and tear, but I just like running outside. Those kind of things, eating right. I've had so many students talk about, oh, coach, COVID this, COVID that. COVID happened to all of us. It just depends on how bad it's happening to some of us. You know what I mean? Meaning, I didn't let COVID do anything to the way I changed the way I eat. I eat the same things the same way every single day. Drink the same stuff: vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, amino acids, my greens every day, healthy foods. I had someone ask me, I think it was last night, Coach, what do you eat after practice? I'm like, I don't know, just healthy stuff, I don't know. I don't get, I guess I love myself too much to just stop at a fast food joint because I'm hungry and just grab a cheeseburger and fries. I care about myself too much. I have too much self-respect for myself to just eat crappy foods. I am just not going to do that. And I guess that's where I'm going with this video, and what I've got from these other videos is just having the respect for yourself to do the things that you should be doing, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the situation, regardless of what's happening, outside sources. You can't allow outside sources to say, yeah, this happened and that happened, so this happened to me. I allowed myself to do this. No, have enough respect for yourself to do the right things every single day to make yourself feel better and look better. I was telling the class last night, one time I got into a couple times into an Uber, but one particular guy I got into an Uber. I mean, the guy was crispy clean, man. This guy had on a vest, he had on the hat, he had on a white dress shirt. It was pressed. He looked very clean. His car was very clean. He had the chargers in the back. He had a water for me when I got in. His car was immaculate. The way he looked was very professional, So what I did for guys like that, when I see stuff like that, I appreciate that. I gave a bigger tip. Then you hop into another Uber driver. Car smells, it's not clean, no charger, no water. It looks like the person didn't shave in a while. Hair looks crazy. The guy just looked nuts. He's just trying to make some money and just driving around and just don't really care. He looks like he don't care. So, I still give it tips. I tip regardless. Even when I get bad food service, wherever I go, I'll still tip. But you're just not going to get as nice a tip. You know what I mean? So, because it just looks to me like you don't care. And that's not the look you want to have. You want to look, when you're out and about, like you care. Like you have enough self-respect for yourself that, you're taking care of yourself. And when it looks like you haven't, that's like I said, I've talked about it plenty of times. You see me on these videos every day. Man, I got to shave. I got to, I'm always trimming up my hair and everything like that, keeping it the way I look. What if I just come in, start doing these videos, shave, looks like I haven't shaved in a couple of weeks. My hair's all grown out, looks nuts. Put on 20, 30 pounds, I look crazy. Man, you're going to stop listening, because it's just one of those things where it's like something's happening there where it looks like you just don't care about yourself anymore. So what you're saying just isn't really congruent to what you look like, and that's where it needs to be. Always has to be like that. Always has to be on point. It's hard to do, but I have no choice but to do that, because I respect myself too much to allow myself to go in another direction. Because again, I have a lot of people that depend on me, so it's a lot of weight on my shoulders every day, but I accept those challenges and I just get the job done. And one of the things I wanted to bring up, which is kind of sad, but I have a student of mine and some teammates up in Michigan, Paul and BJJ, Coach Carl. They're shut down. Okay, this stuff is just horrible. It's just shutting down, killing businesses and stuff like that. So they're not training. The business isn't up and running like it should be. But I'm in their private team page, and Coach Carl put a challenge out to all his students. Look, this is going to be tough, but you can get through it. We can get through it. But he put a challenge, a workout challenge to his students to take care of themselves, to work out, to eat right, to not let themselves go. So when it's time for them to come back to the mat, they are going to be ready to rock and roll and get after it. But if you don't do that, what do you think is going to happen? 3 months, 4 months of no training, not eating right, not taking care of yourself, not running, not lifting, letting yourself go. You know, come February, March, man, it's going to be so hard to just get back on track to the point where you might just say, forget it, because look what I did to myself. You know, again, not respecting yourself enough to take care of yourself. It's just not a good feeling. And again, in one of the posts that I read recently, you know, someone made a comment like, yeah, I need to get back on track with taking care of myself because I let myself go. I put on some unwanted pounds. I don't look the same. And the feeling doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel good. I'm disappointed in myself. You see what I'm saying? So everything has a reaction to it and it has consequences to it. So it just depends on which way you want to go with that. You know, I mean, there's a heavy price to pay if you don't take care of yourself, if you're not exercising, eating right, and working out like you should every day to take care of yourself. And again, if you are doing that, well, if you're not, it looks like you don't care. And if you are, it looks like you do care. And that's things that just kind of motivate other people. It definitely grabs people's attention. Like, look, all this stuff going on in the world right now, all the hate and the political stuff and all the stuff with COVID and everything like that. And this person's still getting after it. This person's still doing the things that they're supposed to do. And that's just my challenge to all of you. It's like, for those that care, you know, what you should care about yourself, respect yourself enough to not let yourself go, especially during this time. It's the end of the year. It's Christmas. It's all this stuff. Like, they're telling us, you know, you can't spend time with your family like you should and all these crazy things. You got to make sure you're staying on point, taking care of your health, especially because of what's going on, right? Making sure you're eating the right foods and hydrating well and just preparing your body for the things that are, you know, that are out there like COVID or the flu and whatever else is out there. So respect yourself enough. Don't let yourself go. Don't follow people you shouldn't follow. You know, don't be the same as you were last year. Change. Get ready to move in another direction. Don't wait till to January 1st. And again, the more you quit on things, the more you just don't feel good about yourself. The more you continue with things and stay in the path, the more achievements you make, little small wins each day throughout the day, build momentum into bigger things. And you feel better about that self. I'm telling you, you go for a walk, you go for a run, you hop the elliptical machine, you know, you do a little exercising, man, you eat right, it makes you feel better. You build momentum off of that, and it turns into bigger and better things. And if you don't, it snowballs into some really bad things, in which I've seen, because like I said, I see people all the time. I'm always people watching. It's what I do. I deal with people a lot. I hear their stories, I hear their excuses, I hear their reasons. I see the difference in the way they look, you know, the way they carry themselves, how they talk. I mean, it's just part of my job as a coach with a couple hundred students. It's just what I'm doing day in and day out with everyone. So some people I see every day and they look really good. They're taking care of themselves. And some people I haven't seen in a while and it's not so much. But like I've always said in all these other videos and what I'm getting out of the books and all the stuff that I'm listening to, no worries, it happens. People make mistakes. We fall off the wagon, man. We can get back on. We just make the decision to do that today. So that's just the challenge. If you haven't been taking care of yourself, if you haven't been doing the things that you know that you should be doing, all right, it's all right. Let it go. That's yesterday. Today's a different day. Make things happen today. You know, I got another student, Jerry. You know, he's in his 40s. You know, he works a lot of hours. You know, he's paying for his kids' tuition for college and everything else. And he's got some weights at his work, and he posts his videos. He's jumping rope, he's bench pressing, he's doing curls, he's working out, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he's in great shape. Okay, he's not He's not making excuses. Well, I worked all day and I gotta provide for my kids, and he's still getting after it. Like guys like that, man, it motivates me, it inspires me, and it keeps me in the right place when I see stuff like that. And that's just the kind of person you want to be. You know, that's the kind of person that I'm attracted to personality wise and everything else wise, because they're getting after it. So get after it. Like do more of that to put more good stuff out there and motivate other people to do the same. You know, don't motivate people to do, you know, the opposite and not do nothing, be lazy, you know, play video games all day, not exercise, eat bad foods. You know, that's not it. The way that what is it is like what my student Jerry does is get after it, and he's working all these crazy hours, but he's still getting the job done on his lunch break, and he looks great, and he feels great, and he talks great. It's just the way it is. I mean, you talk the way you look and the way you feel. You feel good inside, you're doing the right things, you're going to talk good, you're going to, you know, you look good, you're going to put out the positive vibe. And if you're not doing certain things, man, I see it. I see negative, sad posts every day on Facebook about things that aren't going certain people's way. And a lot of that has to do with they're just not getting after it every day. So have enough self-respect for yourself. Don't let yourself go. Get after it. And again, if you haven't, it's all right. It's all right. It happens. Get back on it. Get after it today. Make things happen. Win these last couple weeks going into the beginning of the year, like I've been talking about. And then let's get after it in 2021. All right, guys, I got to get going. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.